לא התראיינת מיד, והיה חשוב להתראיין. למה?
היה לי חשוב לשקף את המצב האמיתי על אנשים שחיים בעזה, מי הם באמת, ועל מה שעברתי שם.
היה לך חשוב שיבינו שמה?
שעברתי שואה. כולם שם מחבלים. זה משפחות, אחת אחת. את יודעת, בדיעבד פתאום קלטתי שאני אצל משפחה. פתאום אני מתחילה לשאול לעצמי שאלות. למה אני בבית של משפחה? כאילו, למה יש פה ילדים? למה יש פה אישה?
Jeffrey Epstein was a billionaire New York businessman whose vast wealth brought an arrogance that knew no limits. Damn the consequences, he acted as if he could have anything he craved. But what he desired most was sex with young women and girls. For years, he abused them at will. And such were the numbers of victims Epstein exploited, he started trading them around the world. He masterminded a sex trafficking ring which enabled his rich and influential friends and associates to share in his perversion. Remarkably, those...
לא התראיינת מיד, והיה חשוב להתראיין. למה?
היה לי חשוב לשקף את המצב האמיתי על אנשים שחיים בעזה, מי הם? ועל מה שעברתי שם.
היה לך חשוב שיבינו שמה?
שעברתי שואה. כולם שם מחבלים. זה משפחות, אחת אחת. את יודעת, בדיעבד פתאום קלטתי שאני אצל משפחה. פתאום אני מתחילה לשאול לעצמי שאלות. למה אני בבית של משפחה? כאילו, למה יש פה ילדים? למה יש פה אישה?
Jeffrey Epstein was a billionaire New York businessman whose vast wealth brought an arrogance that knew no limits.
Spend time there and not know what was going on.
Lawyer David Boys has written to Prince Andrew asking for his side of the story, with no response. But whether it's voluntary or forced, David Boys is certain Prince Andrew will have to answer for his friendship with Epstein.
Dog.
Instead, Virginia met this man, Robbie.
Looked over my shoulder. Butterflies and she's it, that's the one. Straight off the bat, I just knew. I'm gonna have to work my magic.
His magic worked. After 3 days, he proposed. After 10, they were married. How could you both be so certain of each other after such a short amount of time?
Yeah, that's a magical question. You just know.
Personally, I knew he was the one when he told me the people that are abusing you, it's not right. And you don't have to live like that. And he was the first person to tell me that. That's when I knew. I knew I'd be with this man forever.
Robbie brought Virginia to Australia, where they're now raising their 3 young children. Their love story stronger than ever, 17 years on.
I just wanted to start my own life off. So I was grateful
Just to get out.
just to get out alive and have a happy life.
get out alive. What made you fear for your life? What was happening
Just
to
the
you?
abuse alone. It was physical. It was very physical.
She took the leap. She's the one I learned how to trust again. So she's my little warrior.
Well, how would you describe this young woman?
Brave, powerful, a survivor.
Do we yet know how many young women are the survivors of Epstein?
We don't really know. We don't know how many actually survive, dying of drug overdoses and all the other things that happen to vulnerable children who suffer that kind of abuse. It's tragic for the survivors, but it is even more tragic for those who don't survive.
Virginia's lawyer, David Boys, says amongst the well-heeled and well-connected here in New York, nerves should be running high.
If I were one of those people, I wouldn't sleep well because it's going to all come out. And you don't know when. And you don't know how. But you've got to worry that somebody's going to fall.
And certainly there is more legal action to come.
There will be lawsuits against his estate. There will be lawsuits against the enablers. And hopefully there will be criminal prosecutions that will help vindicate them. So I think all of those avenues remain. And we are pursuing those.
Jeffrey Epstein's death is not the end of the story. There are so many others who still need to be held to account. And so many other victims suffering in silence. Virginia has set up a foundation to reach those wounded women and children and to ultimately stop sex trafficking. What is it that drives you today, Virginia? Is it the sadness? Is it the anger?
It's a responsibility in my eyes. I mean, of course, there is sadness, there is anger, there are scars that will never heal, ever. But to me, more than anything, it's a responsibility that I have. And I implore the community to please stand next to me and help me bring down all these bad people. And if you've got somebody in your life that's doing this to you too, speak out, stand up. The times are changing as they should be. And it's a good time to start holding these monsters accountable.
Hello, I'm Tara Brown. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from 60 Minutes Australia, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9Now app for full episodes and other exclusive 60 Minutes content.
Muy buenas, chavales, aquí estoy preparando el directo de esta noche que es apasionante, no voy a decir nada. Tenemos que hablar de varias cosas rápidas. Por un lado, Pilar Leire ha subido un vídeo, pero no para hablar de la realeza ni de Leticia, o milagro. Eso sí, sus visitas han bajado significativamente y seguramente vuelva a hablar de Leticia muy pronto. Donde se ha hablado es en lecturas, que comentaremos la portada que ha hecho, hablando de que pobrecita Leticia, que tiene que juntarse con la familia cuando no quiere. Y yo creo que qué bonito unirse a la familia en momentos complicados, porque no todas las familias se unen en momentos complicados, pero bueno, yo creo que en ese sentido tendría que estar contenta, no disgustada, pero bueno, es Pilar Leire. Por otro lado, la nueva noticia que está sacando este medio digital, hablando de la madre de la reina, dice Paloma Rocasolano como su hija Leticia infiel en el matrimonio, es el titular. Y bueno, pues ahora dicen barbaridades de esta persona que yo no la veo como un personaje público y que una vez más veo que es totalmente demandable y no sé dónde quieren llegar en estas cuestiones, no sé dónde quieren llegar. Sinceramente creo que este medio junto con Jaime del Burgo habría que descubrir qué es lo que quieren, qué es lo que buscan, ¿no? Porque quiero pensar que Jaime del Burgo no es la persona interesada en destruir a Leticia, que es como el vehículo, ¿no?, para conseguirlo. Y me encantaría saber quién está detrás de todo esto y por qué esa campaña tan intensa de repente, ¿no?, estas semanas. Porque todas estas noticias que están saliendo ya fueron filtradas hace años y no pasó nada. Pero la forma orquestada, organizada, en esta época un poco confusa que estamos viviendo en España, yo creo que es más que interesada, ¿no? Ya os comentaré cositas en el directo, porque he descubierto un par de cosas muy, muy llamativas. Bueno, comentad, opinad, qué os parece todo esto, qué os parece que Pilar Leire pase ya del tema, que de repente Paloma Rocasolano sea la nueva Diana del medio digital este que va contra Leticia. Comentad, opinad, suscribiros y por supuesto también hablar de Jaime del Burgo, que ha vuelto a hablar de Leticia y ha vuelto a intentar revivir un poco el colacao, ¿vale? Comentad, opinad, suscribiros, beso enorme y nos vemos a las 9. Chao, chao.
Ucrania prepara una nueva movilización